time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
Bobby, after reports this week that the Packers are willing to trade Aaron Rodgers to an AFC team, do you think they're just sick of him, or is Jordan Love ready?
I don't think it's Jordan Love. I don't think it's him being ready. I think he could probably get ready quicker than other quarterbacks because he's been there since, 83? He's just been hanging out. Yeah. Learning, hanging, chilling. So I don't know if it's him being ready because you really don't know that unless you're playing a lot. And he's had some looks that have not been great and some that have been pretty good. But I don't think he's played well enough consistently or been given the opportunity to play well enough consistently for them to go, that's our guy, he's ready. I think they're just tired of the crap. I think if they can find a team that wants to pay him $50 million, they probably could get some really good picks and could actually start to build forward instead of continue to spin their wheels for him. Aaron Rodgers is still awesome. He can win the MVP next year.
That's what he says.
But he did win it the year before. So it's not crazy. And he did turn that team around. He did, kind of figure out what was going on with the wide receiver situation. He found a guy. They have a guy now, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't we feel like Watson's a guy?
Yeah.
But there is a ceiling, right?
Good.
Because, they want to take him to you can go to the AFC, but you're not going to be the best of the AFC. You got Mahomes over there.
He probably thinks he could. And I think a team thinks they could probably get 2 MVP seasons out of him. I don't think it matters the other quarterbacks in the league. If anything, that would make him and a team want him even more. I'd be like, let's go. Send me somewhere good. Like the Jets, right? That was the big.
Yeah, that's the big one right now.
But it could be a few different teams that can afford him and have the draft picks to do it. So it's probably just out there as the team going, yo, bro, you need to commit to us a little earlier this time. And no, you probably shouldn't miss all of the practices that you always miss because they're quote unquote voluntary. I think they're probably just getting a little tired of his S.
Isn't it crazy how they just, the fan base in general, went through this 12, 14 years ago, whatever that was?
Absolutely.
And then we see it again with the
vu.
same exact franchise and another Hall of Fame quarterback. That's just wild.
Possibly going to the Jets.
Yeah, that too.
And then the Vikings.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him move. It'd be fun. But they're never as good.
No.
I mean, Joe Montana played for the Chiefs, had one really good year.
Took him to a wild card and then lost it.
I thought they went to the AFC.
They did go. I think they went to the AFC Championship.
Negative.
Are you
guys.
sure?
I was the number 1 numero uno fan.
Nice. Good for
Negative.
you.
Wow. You sound bitter about it.
And then he retired.
Good. Hey, you just won 1-2.
Guys, Joe Montana, I got you.
Because I would have thought it was, I was just a kid, but I would have thought it was the AFC Championship too.
No.
I see Adam going down to fact check some stats here. Do it. Let us know when you officially get it, Adam. All right, next question.
Next one. Who would you rather give a big contract to if you're a Giants fan? Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley?
I'd like to give a pretty big one to to Daniel Jones, but it would be tough to give him a huge max deal. I know we're not in the NBA, but a huge deal based on 1 year. Now, they didn't take his 5th-year option, which now that's on them. It's not really on the staff now because it wasn't their fault his option wasn't picked up. They came in and he had a year left, so they were just playing him. Yeah. I'd like to, if you're saying which one do you want to offer a big contract to, not an earth-shattering, it would be Daniel Jones. As good as Saquon is, shelf life, a lot less.
Injury prone.
Dude, he didn't get it one time this year.
I know.
I mean, he left games, but he didn't miss full games.
Yeah.
So I hear you. He has a history before this year, but also running backs are a bit replaceable. Even the great ones are a bit replaceable.
And look at Ezekiel Elliott. You pay him, and then now,
I mean, what's going to happen with Derrick Henry? Like, that guy takes so many shots, plays a type of football that is, I'm about to hit you and run through you.
Yeah.
You can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, you keep your speed a little longer. The physical part of it seems to go quick. So I would probably go Daniel Jones, even though Saquon is the better football player. It's just harder to get a good quarterback because of that.
Yeah.
I think Saquon's the better player, but running backs are easier to get. He's more special at his position than Daniel Jones is at his.
Right.
But it's harder to get somebody that is special at all in the quarterback position if you don't have somebody there right now. Even drafting 1, 2, 6, 9, 11 in the draft, it's still a crapshoot. And it's still not the first year. So I hear that thing ticking
That
again.
is-
Something that's ticking is about to get shoved up somebody's butthole.
That's as loud as it's ever been.
What's ticking?
By you, you will grab it and shove it
No,
up.
it's mine, and I'm hoping somebody sticks it in my butthole.
Oh
It's me that's ticking, and I yell it. I'm like, that's going straight in someone's butthole. And everybody agrees. We're like, we agree, right, everybody? Yeah.
What the crap?
Oh, it's mine. Okay. Reed, where was that noise?
It's Eddie.
It's Eddie?
How? Where?
Is he shaking his leg or something?
Shake your leg.
Shaking.
Eddie,
Wait.
click your mouse. No, do it side to side. Shake your leg.
Show us your other hand.
It's his leg?
Yeah, it's your leg.
I'm shaking it right now. You hear that?
Okay, well, we can't because you're talking. Here we go. That ain't it.
Go up and down.
It's not me, bruh.
Yeah, go up and down. Lick your lips.
Pull it. Bop it.
Go in the twist it.
Twist it. The crap. Just get
Didn't
on
say
with it.
Simon Says.
Whatever it is, bro, you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop moving then.
Okay. Kevin.
Where were we? Okay, question 3. Which current head coaching vacancy do you think would be the best fit for Sean Payton? Denver, Indianapolis, or Arizona?
Well, it ain't Denver because you have new owners and you have one of the owners that wants to be kind of a general manager who has no experience at all. I just would not want to go into that position with a quarterback who, God dang, you're stuck with them. He might be good, he might not. That's a tough one. It wouldn't be Denver. The other one was
Indy.
okay. Let me go to Indy.
Okay.
You got a crazy owner
Ursay.
who they.
Hey, he loves music.
I hear you. He's got a museum. That'd be cool.
Loves music.
That'd be
Sean
cool.
Payton loves
That'd be
music.
cool. Free tickets to the museum.
A lot of guitars.
But if you're asking me to pick, it's also not that environment either. It's going to have to be Arizona just based on the other two that suck so bad. I think you can win in Arizona.
There's also like Houston, but I didn't even put them on here.
Houston might be attractive, though.
Or Carolina.
Houston, there's really going to be, as long as you can win 3 games and then 6 games in the next 2 years, I think you're pretty good. You're going to get a quarterback. Carolina, I would probably take. I'd like that.
Pro
but-
Panther podcast.
We're very pro Panther.
Bring Baker back.
Of those, I'd probably go Arizona just because of what the other two are that you asked and what they are and what they aren't.
Yeah.
So Arizona, based out of, I've eliminated the other two. Go,
Okay.
let me read this, by the way. 1993, Kansas City advanced all the way to the AFC Championship before losing to the Buffalo Bills 30-13.
what quarterback?
1993. Okay, Joe Montana, 1991 NFC Championship with Mike. What do you see here?
That was with the Niners. The next one.
And I know I was reading them all. 91 AFC Wild Card.
That's the one.
No, hold on. In 94, AFC Divisional. 94, AFC Championship. 94, Joe Montana. 123-94. Kansas City. You were so wrong. And you know what? Because you claimed you were a Montana fan, Al and I
believed it.
we both bowed out. We were like, you know what? We'll take Eddie on his word.
So he retired after losing the championship? Wow.
Yeah.
You're so
I
confident.
mean, I really was. But guys, I mean, that was what, 30 years ago?
No. You stopped us. You said we were wrong, and we took it. We swallowed the pill. We took our medicine, except it was the wrong medication for the disease that we have.
I've drank a lot of beer since then.
No,
so
no
that's
excuse. Thank
definitely-
you, Mike.
Double check
freaking
that
loser.
when the show's over.
All right, stick it up. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Next up.
Do you think Brock Purdy needs to win a Super Bowl to remain the Niners quarterback long term?
I think Brock Purdy needs to get to a Super Bowl to have the job when the season starts. I think he's probably got the job now. I think he probably, unless they bring somebody in that's a veteran like a Tom Brady for a year, it's probably his job now. It's not Jimmy G. Guys, it's not going to be Trey Lance. Not now.
Mhm.
Brock Purdy can win games. Brock Purdy, he's so freaking confident. Like, I just believe he's going to do something right now. So it's his job now to lose. If he wins another one, it's his job regardless next season. If he wins a Super Bowl, he doesn't have to just get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I know you can say, well, Jimmy G got to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Problem is, we can hear the coaches talk and see with our own eyes that they were running an offense that really didn't require Jimmy G to do a lot, so Jimmy G wouldn't do crazy things to beat them, which he still did sometimes. But at Brock Purdy, they have to rely on him, even with all the cast.
Even with McCaffrey.
With Debo, McCaffrey, you can go down. They still have to rely on him, and he's had to make some plays. So I think it's his job.
No matter what. Or
I think it's his job, even if they lose. I'm sure it's his job if they get to the Super Bowl. And if they win the Super Bowl, then he gets this job.
I mean,
yeah,
He gets
he
all
needs every
jobs.
job. Yes.
Single job. With both teams having elite defenses heading into their matchup on Sunday, do you think the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, is the difference and gives them advantage versus Brock Purdy?
You know what's weird about this is that Jalen Hurts is the least talked about of all the 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And that injury really sidelined him from getting a lot of the shine and actually getting his proper flowers as we get to this point. Because he didn't have to do anything spectacular last week. Still played pretty well. He was out. But Brock Purdy being the Mr. Irrelevant, coming in as the third-string quarterback, winning 7 in a row. Is it 7 in a row now?
8
8 in a row?
Yeah.
Is it 8 in a row now? So there's that. There's that story that is all over the place. Joe Burrow, who is back again when everybody's like, it's a fluke. The Cincinnati got here this year. And Burrow is just playing out of his mind. And then you start to get to the conversation about the AFC quarterback. So that's there. Patrick Mahomes, with being the best quarterback, quote unquote, with the high ankle sprain, with the Chiefs being the favorite. So those quarterbacks are all talked about more than Jalen Hurts, who has had a phenomenal season running and throwing. His injuries hurt him. And also the fact that there's not anything super flashy about Jalen Hurts until he is absolutely on the field. Because he's not going to give an interview. He's not going to do.
He didn't talk.
He didn't. Yeah.
He's
Really
business.
doesn't. Even,
They'll show that one video of him doing squats at Alabama like 8 times.
but even when he got screwed by Alabama, he didn't talk. That's just not his MO.
Yeah.
So is he the difference? Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Is he healthy? Is he all? I don't know. So yes, if I'm having to pick between the 2 quarterbacks, I would pick Jalen Hurts. But when you look at the supporting cast, I mean, San Francisco it's just tough to see them losing to Philly because San Francisco runs on you. They're a run first team. As much as Jalen Hurts had a wonderful season throwing the ball and running the ball, they're a run first team. But so is San Francisco. But San Francisco's a better run first team with a better defense, but only slightly.
Yeah.
It's not like Philly. Philly's really good too. I just feel like San Francisco's better on both sides just by a little bit.
Just tiny bit.
Enough to make up for that fact that Jalen Hurts is who I'd want as quarterback if I got to pick the same 2.
Okay.
So I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to make the difference. I still think San Francisco wins. But if I'm picking a quarterback of the 2, I'm taking Jalen Hurts, but I don't get to do that game. It's not a fantasy draft of the 2 teams and make one team.
That's a reality.
Yeah.
This is a reality.
So I do think San Francisco wins that.
Okay.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think Cincinnati being favored in Vegas' eyes means Patrick Mahomes' ankle is like a serious concern?
You know, I've watched the line move, and I don't know what it's going to be by the time this posts. I saw it was Cincinnati 2.5-point favorite, then a 2-point favorite, then a 1-point favorite. I saw Patrick Mahomes practicing. He was not on a cane. He's tweeted, "I'm ready to go."
Mhm.
Obviously, he's not going to be ready to go. But we do wonder how ready is he going to be to go? And if he just has to play shotgun, one-step drop quarterback and throw, can he win the game doing that? Which he probably can. He's a really great thrower. He just turns into one of the best generationally whenever you add the other things that he can do.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe Burrow is so good.
So good.
And he's hot right now. I mean, dude, he's on a roll. They've won, 10 in a row?
Yeah, Joe Burrow is so good.
Could this be based just on how good the Bengals are playing and not the injury at all? Like, you got 10 in a row for the
Sure,
Bengals,
sure.
and you got, 6 in a row for the Chiefs, and their last loss were the Bengals?
And the last loss in the playoffs last year
Yeah.
was the
The
Bengals, too.
So that could be it without even the injury involved. I don't see a Vegas guy in practice being like, "Oh, he limped again, move the line." You know
I do,
what I mean?
though. I do, because
Yeah.
they're not judging actually the score. What Vegas is doing is judging based on what they think the public will bet. That line is not some guys in the room going, "I think this team is 6 points better than that team." What they're doing is using that as analysis, but they're also going, if we put the line at 6, we think we can get about half on one side, half on the other. Their goal is to get it split 50-50 because then they don't lose at all.
Sure.
Because they win all the money it takes to actually make the bet. So they're just gauging the public. And I think people are probably jumping on because they're so hot. Eddie had a great point. The Bengals plus the injury. And now that you're able to see maybe he's not as injured, it's starting to tick half a point down. Tick half a point down. But they are calling Arrowhead Stadium Burrowhead Stadium now.
I saw that.
That's hilarious.
That's
so disrespectful.
Ugh.
In your face.
I think the Chiefs win. But man, I'm not super sold on it. But also I suck at picking NFL games.
That's tough, man. flip a coin. Better off.
I know. But it's
not
like
you.
but it's like the coin has 3 sides and only one of them's the side I picked. That's what it feels like.
It's like a soccer bet.
Yeah, it's like. So I can't. I tell people I don't. Like I would, Eddie. You should do the parlay this week.
No, don't put that pressure on me. No, I'm sad. I'm going to this depressed. I have
hear
no
you.
skin in the game. I'm just kind of
hear
like
you.
watching it for fun.
Okay, but the question is, do I think the injury has? I mean, they're playing in Kansas City too,
Mm-hmm.
and I did hear.
So what's that? What does that count?
And Eli Apple's my favorite new player.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's 3. It's supposed to be 3 points.
3
Yeah.
points per
Yeah.
home field. Okay.
So I'm still going to go with Kansas City.
Okay. Well, the last question, do you think Burrow could take over as the best quarterback if he does beat Mahomes for the 4th straight time and goes to another Super Bowl?
The best quarterback.
Yeah. I think you have to say that. At least, yeah, you have to.
The best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, right this second, but it's close because Mahomes does have a Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
And then Burrow would have a Super Bowl, so that's even. So let's look at head-to-head, and then, god dang, it's not even close.
4-0.
So I would go with the, because who would be in the conversation, right? Let's talk about it.
That's crazy that Tom Brady's out of the conversation. Like
Well, of all time, of
2
all time.
years. No, I get it, but
Yeah.
I mean 2 years.
In
He
your
won the
head
Super
he is.
Bowl. No, I'm saying like
I'm just kidding.
he just won the Super Bowl recently. Like that. But now, today, you're out.
But you're also looking at, when you say best, the potential as well. Like also the best is going to be the best for a while.
That's true.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So, okay, well, let's see. Burrow. So we'll go Cincinnati. Got a guy there. Got Kansas City. Got Mahomes. Got Josh
Mahomes.
Allen in Buffalo. I think you still got to put Aaron Rodgers in there
You have to.
as the bottom of that top echelon. I don't think I'm putting Lamar Jackson there right now, not after this season. And Jalen Hurts is not there either, although
He's close.
He's great. But again, he can get there. He wins a Super Bowl. Okay, now he's in the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a history of winning because it's not like the Eagles went to the Super Bowl with him before, but he definitely now, we got to talk about it, we got to look at him. He definitely can come up and actually jump in that. But he needs to win a Super Bowl for that to happen. But I think it's just Burrow and Mahomes and Allen with Rodgers just looking in the window like a little creep.
Yeah. I mean, it does look like one.
So, yeah, it definitely could be Burrow if he wins the Super Bowl. If he doesn't, let's say San Francisco wins and Purdy wins the Super Bowl, it's back to Mahomes. It goes back to Mahomes as the number one.
Does it matter if since he wins or if this? Do you think he has to win a Super Bowl?
Yes,
Okay.
to be better than Mahomes.
Okay.
Because
Not just beat
because
Mahomes.
Mahomes has a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And also, and we can talk about it later, but yeah, my answer is yes. He needs to win the Super Bowl. And then, yes, you have to say that he is. But it's like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. If you were just picking a quarterback to win a single game, just generally, you don't know what game. I'd pick Peyton Manning all day. He's calling his
Yeah.
own plays. But you can't say that Tom Brady is below Peyton Manning based on the Super Bowl wins. If you're looking at all the tools, offensive coordinator, Peyton was his own. You'd go Manning, but when you look at the data, you go Brady because of all the Super Bowls he's won. Same situation, you got to give it to Burrow, even though you probably rather have Mahomes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.